Hi, welcome back to my channel, Books and Beaches. So today, in typical Books and Beaches fashion, I wanted to talk about books that are thrillers that are based at either the beach or like some sort of destination setting. So I have a list of books that I have read and then a list of books that I want to read that are all based in some sort of a location like this. So let's go ahead and get started with the books that I've already read. Now, the very first one I have out on loan right now, and that is Catherine Steadman's Something in the Water. This book is partially based in London, but also partly based in Bora Bora. And I can distinctly remember reading this book because there is a scuba diving scene in there that pretty much like made my anxiety rise so high that I don't know if I could ever go scuba diving after that, but I dream of going to Bora Bora, and this one definitely, hit the mark of being a thriller set at the beach. So, next up is You're Invited by Amanda J. Atissa. This one is set in Sri Lanka. I had never read a book based there before, but it definitely has the tropical vibes. The cover has the tropical vibes too, and I love the tagline of this one, and I'm going to read it right from the book. It says, "What could be worse than your ex-boyfriend marrying your childhood best friend? Getting accused of her murder." So we kind of go through multiple different timelines and multiple different characters in here being interviewed at this destination wedding of what happened because the bride is, I can't remember if she was missing or, well, murdered. They think she's murdered. So, yeah. Took me on a wild ride for sure, and you get that tropical setting in there as well. The next one after that is Rachel Hochland's Reckless Girls, and if this cover does not scream, beachy destination, it definitely was. This is off the coast of Hawaii. It says one island, 6 visitors, countless secrets, and it's I think it's Moreau Island. And it's an isolated spot in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. And I know they leave from Hawaii, and it's this couple who ends up picking up these other 2 girls, and then they meet another couple with this yacht near this island, and a lot of things start happening. I don't know if this is everybody's favorite Rachel Hawkins book, but I quite enjoyed it, and it definitely has that like beachy destination vibe going on. Another one that I have, and this one is maybe a little less beachy, but destination for sure, especially for those of you that are on the East Coast. I have never been, but that is The Last House Guest by Megan Miranda, and I know this one takes place in Maine, so I think this is kind of more like a beachy vibe on that East Coast. But this one, I'm trying to remember. I read this one so long ago. It's friendship between a local girl and a girl that's there for the summer, and then one of them ends up being found dead, and it goes from there. So I remember really enjoying this one, and like I said, I'm just trying to kind of find what I've read that have that destination feel, and this one for sure did. And then finally, you could argue whether or not this one is specifically like destination, but it probably is. I've just never been, and that is Lucy Foley's The Guest List. This is probably my favorite Lucy Foley book, and this one takes place in Ireland on kind of a secluded island. Now, the weather in this book might not be like that beachy destination, but the place itself is definitely a destination, and the tagline on here, it says, "You'd be killed to be on it," and yeah, on the back here, an exclusive wedding on a remote Irish island. The bride, the +1, the best man, the wedding planner, the bridesmaids. They all have a secret, they all have motive, but only one of them is the murder. And I remember loving this. So not necessarily like super beachy vibes, but destination for sure. And like I said, my favorite Lucy Foley. All right, so I have my computer with me. These next couple, I don't know much about at all, but I kind of wanted to just mention them as books that I may be picking up because I know they're going to have some sort of like either beachy or destination vibe in them, and they sounded interesting to me. Now, I don't really have the descriptions on hand, so I'm just going to kind of list them, but I will be sure to link them below so that you can check them out, just like I probably will. So here are some that I have found. And I should say I got this whole idea because I saw an article, and I think it was a Book Riot article. And yeah, it was beach themed thrillers. And I was like, yeah, that's right up my alley. So here are the ones that I am interested in picking up. The first one is The Perfect Rune by Shanora Williams. I've heard that this one is based in Miami. Miami is another place that I have yet to go, so I would really like to check that one out, as well as check out Miami. The second one here is One of the Girls by Lucy Clark. This one is set on a Greek island, and I probably have not talked about my travel bucket list much, but going to Greece, and especially the Greek islands, is for sure one of my bucket list destinations, so that one's going on my list. I Found You by Lisa Jewell. This one is set in a British beach town. And like I said, I don't know too much. I guess I don't always think of Britain as a destination place, but I'm sure it is, just like any other. Just like people don't think of Wisconsin as a destination place, but we have beautiful lakes. So that one I'm looking forward to picking up, and especially because I've read other Lisa Jewell and enjoyed them. That is just one I just haven't heard about, I should say. Next, You Will Remember Me by Hannah Mary McKinnon. This is a Maryland beach setting. I have never been to Maryland either. Once again, I've got to hit up some of that East Coast, but it definitely sounds interesting. One I do believe I have got on my shelves back here somewhere. Trying to dig it out right now would be impossible. But that is The Survivors by Jane Harper, and that is set in Australia. I have some people that I've met and that I'm friends with on social media that live in Australia, and they are for sure in different parts, definitely the beach life, and so I do want to pick that one up, and I think most of Jane Harper's are based in Australia, so that one, like I said, I know is back here somewhere, so I'll be picking that one up. Next, Every Vow You Break by Peter Swanson. This is another one set on the coast of Maine. I have heard Audrey at Chapter and Converse talk about Peter Swanson all of the time, and so this is for sure one I would like to pick up, and I think that is also one I've got back here on my shelves somewhere, but I know Audrey's been talking about his more recent releases lately, but I will be picking that one up at some point. One that is another travel list, bucket list destination. This is The Castaways by Lacey Clark. I hope I didn't type that wrong. I mean Lucy Clark. Either way, I will clear it up in my description below. But this one takes place in Fiji, and oh, would I love to go to Fiji. Seriously, I am sucker for the beach. Clearly, I've got beach everywhere. Yeah, I want to go for sure. One that I actually hadn't heard about until I started looking up books for this is The Vacation by T.M. Logan, and I didn't find out where this one was set, so I'm super, super curious, but a book that's called The Vacation, I'm going to be on board. And then the very final one that I would like to pick up is The Palm Beach Murders by James Patterson. I love me some James Patterson. I read a lot of James Patterson, especially the Alex Cross novels, back in high school, and I would like to pick up some more by him, and this one is obviously based in Palm Beach. So those are all of the books that I have either read or found that I think are going to be more of your thrillers that are set at the beach or set at some sort of destination that we consider more of a travel vacation, and lots of them that I would like to pick up, and they will be on my list, and like I said, some of them are on my shelves back here. So are there books that you know of that are on that beach destination that also fall in the thriller category? Feel free to leave them in the comments below. As always, if you like this video, feel free to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.